The goddess is having problems.
It's really hard.
Sorry.
I couldn't breathe.
That looked painful.
It did.
Very painful.
We had to have the silence as he's just holding in everything.
I had to cough as soon as you
I
got
couldn't tell if
done.
he needed to sneeze or cough. I don't know what was happening.
Cough.
Yeah, I saw cough.
Yeah.
All
I was
right.
hoping it was going to be a cough.
So,
Yes.
Dystopian, I want you to confiscate phones. This is a Pokemon-free zone for the next 2 hours.
Confiscate?
Use your
Confiscate.
words.
Wait, I wasn't the only one who heard that, right?
No,
Confiscate.
Okay.
Yes, I will confiscate the phones. So no
For
Pokemon
the next 2
Go.
hours. This is a
No, you
Pokemon-free
can't do
zone.
that. I have to fact check.
I can fact check if need be.
Also, you're
I can fact check on my iPad.
You're also
'cause
just
I don't
saying that
have
you
a
don't
Pokemon
trust
Go.
me. That okay, out of the people here, I'm the only person who plays. So
I
you're
also
saying,
play.
but you said that you. Oh,
But
I
mine's
refuse to-
broken, right.
Exactly. So you can't play. So really, out of the 4 people here, I'm the only one who actually plays.
I
which
didn't know if the
means-
Dystopian played or not. Do you play?
First of all,
And you
I
trust
have
it-
it on my phone. Second of all, this is not what the podcast is about.
Welcome,
you
ladies and
guys are
gentlemen.
really,
ever
you guys are
talk
really fucking it up.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Threading and Dreading. Luckily, we have power. Unfortunately, some people on the podcast do not have power right now.
And so, by some people, I think that's also just me.
No, I mean,
Well, I mean,
I don't know actually, but
You haven't been
we're
in
on
yet.
the same. We're in the same
You're on the same
area,
grid,
so
I'm sure,
yeah, we probably are.
Yeah, it's like how when power goes out here across the street, they'll be perfectly fine. I hate
Yeah.
that in the middle of the winter.
Yeah,
when it's
same with ours in our
Ugh.
neighborhood.
such a pain in the ass.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah, but I once again on the Projectionist. To my right, we have clearing your
The
throat.
goddess of gore.
you sound really unsure of that.
Right.
The goddess of
Are you sure you're the goddess of gore?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Goddess of phlegm.
Goddess of phlegm.
Oh,
That's an
man.
awful name.
But also
Could be worse.
super awesome.
What if
Like,
she's
think
Flemish?
of the powers that you would have as the goddess of
You
phlegm.
make,
Yeah.
make everyone sick.
Yes. Like, you don't
But
like
would I
it?
have to constantly be sick?
No.
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 Okay.
Because you have the control and the power over it, right? So,
Yes.
It's a plague doctor from Diablo.
exactly.
Oh dear.
Ew. But how are you?
Just peachy keen.
You managed to get out of your job all right today because the power went out there too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And then traffic lights are out.
Yeah. The trees were down on the road.
Yeah.
When you guys came up here, was the tree still down on Route 4?
As soon
Yes.
as you turned in from Taco Bell, there was a...
Taco Bell?
Where the Taco Bell is? To go into the
You eat
neighborhood?
there, they sell tacos.
Right past the bowling alley?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Also,
I'm
actually,
like
also a
walking
Taco Bell
out
fan.
in like a second.
Come on.
I feel like there's a conspiracy to that.
Right
That's
past the bowling alley.
well, I know.
When you
that's,
turn
that's
there?
what I thought you were talking. Like that's the Taco Bell I thought you were talking about. But there was a tree down like further back on Route 4.
For about 10-15 minutes, it was hurricane conditions here in Delaware.
Yeah.
It was really odd.
And then
Like,
in the neighborhood, there was a
And
branch.
when I left
I
work,
didn't see that.
it was dark. It was like getting ready to storm, but it was not raining. The second I left the site, the heavens opened up.
Oh yeah.
It was insane. I was on my way home. I actually got my phone ready in case I had to stop and film a tornado real quick. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to drive into one pretty soon.
Chaos.
Yeah, but I'm glad you made it home safe.
You too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Everyone.
everyone.
Here?
Yes.
Thank,
safe.
thank you.
Was
Yeah.
safe, yes.
Yes.
Everyone
We
is.
were safe.
That's good.
Thank you.
And next to the goddess we have.
The fangirl extraordinaire.
How are you?
Kind of angry today.
Angry.
I don't know why. I think
But
it's the
you-
weather.
You just got a Bulbasaur though.
That is true, but
And-
someone decided to confiscate my phone.
Well, I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
You were just the one giving the orders. I wasn't going to play. I was going to be completely and utterly respectful,
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
but you didn't trust me. But that's okay.
Damn.
No, and not to talk about Pokemon Go. I'm sure everyone is on the
We don't
planet.
need
has
to
You're
talk
about to talk
about
about Pokemon Go,
well,
aren't you?
yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
Okay. But not to talk about
I
it.
was about to say we didn't need to, but you know.
Yeah.
No,
Here-
well,
here
it
we
was
are.
just I'm a little fed up with it not people playing it. Because when it works, it's a fun game. It just doesn't work for me. The app is pretty much broken. I don't know if it has something to do with my carrier. I don't know if it has something to do with my model of phone. I don't know. But it just doesn't work. And I'm getting fed up with it. And I actually probably don't play it anymore. I'm just kind of done. And then when I tell people that, they get angry at me. Oh, you just hate people and having fun. I'm like, no, the game's broken. So, whatever. Enjoy it. I just can't play it for some reason.
You just unfortunately can't
Right.
enjoy it.
Right.
I'll look at your phone later and see.
Nah, it is what it is.
Okay.
It's fine. No worries.
Well,
But I'm glad you're enjoying it and that you're
Yeah.
capturing Bulbasaurs out in the park and all of the Pidgeys that gather around the goddess's house.
so many pigeons.
I'll come home and when it does work, I'll open it up and then there'll be like 20 Pokemon just sitting around her
No,
house.
it's true though. When we came
The
in,
hell?
like we looked, and then like all of a sudden, all our phones start like buzzing, and I'm like, "What?" And then there are like 3 or 4 Pokemon just like all like literally right in front,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it makes no sense that they're all just
I-
sitting right there.
No.
She has an altar in the basement.
I was just gonna say I spread out Pokemon feed on the, on the
Yeah.
wall.
Dominus Scyther, Dominus
Or
Scyther.
that.
Jeez.
Next to the fangirl we have,
The dystopian.
how are you, sir?
Very well.
Thank you once again for the delicious food.
Ah, yes, of
"Thank
course.
you."
Every time.
Yes, my altar are blah, blah, blah,
Oh god, it's contagious.
no.
I'm sorry.
Help me, Lord!
I put it in the food. It's in the food.
It is I, Taco Man. I've changed.
Nice.
Just kidding. It's just me, the dystopian.
I gotta make sure when we get your avatar done, you have a bag of tacos in your hand.
Oh, good. Yeah, post-apocalyptic
Taco Man.
tacos.
Delicious. I don't want to know what that meat is.
No. It's.
We all need our own theme songs.
Oh, dear.
We had discussed that for a while, because the goddess had her own theme song for a bit. Well, no, it was when she was the girl next door. We had given you a theme song. Allison wrote it, but only she would sing it, and then Danny would join in, and Robin would join in occasionally.
Where the hell was I?
Yeah,
You were
like,
here?
I mean,
You were next door.
yeah. I've never heard it
No.
because I was.
It was
never
short,
here.
but
like no, like not that like I wasn't in the immediate area.
Right.
I'm pretty sure the
You were
Dystopians
away.
is that jump song from The Secret Life of Pets when the dog starts moshing.
Oh,
Jump!
System of a
Except
Down.
it would be taco.
Taco!
There you go.
Or
I
it could be
wouldn't
the
do
other
it.
one where I think he's talking about pizza though. The other System of a Down song where he's saying
Yeah.
something peppers, mushrooms,
Olive
olives, chives.
Yeah.
Pepperoni and green peppers,
Peppers,
mushrooms, olives, chives. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I think I remember
Well
that
done.
song.
Well done. All I could think of was chives.
What was a lot of their songs about food?
No, except for chop suey,
But say chop. I was remembering chop suey.
spider.
It's just went down the head now. Well, thank you again for showing up.
Yeah.
And I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, the avatars are being finished now. Craig is on vacation, but when he's back,
Craig.
they'll be done. Craig.
Creek.
And that actually reminds me, the next time we are recording will actually be the anniversary podcast.
Dear God.
Yes, it will be
many-
our
how many
third
years?
anniversary.
Oh.
I know. It feels like it just started, yet it's gone forever.
This is too long.
Yeah.
Way too long.
But as we usually do, I would like all of you in the interwebs, whether it's on Podomatic, on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever you want to submit your questions, feel free to submit your questions for all of us, whether it's for one cast member or all cast members. Feel free to submit your questions, whatever they may be. We were having a limit on one question, but you know what? Don't try not to have more than like 4 or 5, but ask as many as you want. You know, we'll have plenty of time for them. You know, a while back, I think it was Rob had like 3 each year. I was like, oh, whatever, sure, Rob, you get 3. So
You only get 3.
everybody gets 1
Or 3.
or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask away, and we will address those on the anniversary podcast in a couple of weeks, which hopefully we will be recording from our beach trip that we have every year. That's the plan, at least, because that's the next time that everyone's going to be getting together. So it would be probably convenient for everyone, and we'll be recording in front of what will be essentially a live studio audience, because there will be a lot of people down there. And we'll have
live living room audience.
Yeah,
live living room audience.
Like, I don't think you understand what that means.
Okay, it'll be...
Unless the trailer has changed radically since I was down there.
It will be an audience who will be sitting in live.
Oh.
Pre-recorded live.
In their own studios?
In that studio setting.
Nope, not buying it.
Shut up! Let it be a thing! But we'll have extra people joining us, and they'll be chiming in whenever we have nothing to say, and we'll have a lot of people sitting around and drinking. We will be bringing back the Threading and Dreading drinking game. I do want to say that. So get ready for that as well.
Oh, good.
And we'll add a couple rules here or there.
Dear God.
So with that being said, let's get into the trailers. The first one being Imperium.
I need an informant. Get in there and make a difference.
We are a thinking man's soldiers. First here, and then here. We know where you live.
I don't have the skills for this. I can't even defend myself.
You do have the skills. Try relating to these guys as human beings. We see what we want to see. But just because you're not looking at something
Get your hands off me.
doesn't mean it's not there.
You okay there, Nate? Look a little off.
Yes. Sorry, I got excited.
Directing this, we have Daniel Ragosis. He has only directed short films up until this point. This is his directorial debut. And in this, we have Danielle Radcliffe. We have Toni Collette, who was in Little Miss Sunshine as well as Krampus. We have Sam Trammell, who is Sam on True Blood. And you had mentioned another guy in the trailer, right? What was his name?
Bern Gorman,
Yeah.
And he was in Pacific Rim and what else?
Torchwood, and Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Game of Thrones. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, who was he on Game of Thrones?
I
remember his face.
I don't remember the character's name, but he was a street tough from King's Landing that was in the Night's Watch, and he was part of the uprising against Knight Commander Mormont.
The first season.
No, not first season. It would have been like second or third, probably third. Whenever that mutiny is against him.
Okay.
At Craster's Keep. I don't remember what season.
Craster's Keep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, so not King's Landing.
No, he's from King's Landing.
Oh,
the
I thought you
character's
said he was...
from-
Okay.
No.
His name is Carl Tanner. He
Okay, yeah.
was-
So
yeah.
Craster's Keep, when they rebel against the Night's Watch and John has to go up there.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
yeah, I got you. Now I remember him.
Yes.
Yeah. He drinks the wine out of the skull.
Yeah.
To which I said, not enough people drink wine out of human skulls anymore.
True, I suppose. Okay.
It's a lost art.
Okay.
It adds something to the wine, you know.
Yeah, I
Good
bet it
aromatics.
does. Yeah.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah. Fava beans.
No.
So, the first thing I thought of when I saw this trailer is, you're a racist, Harry.
Wow. Good work.
But no,
You're doing God's work, you know that?
no, but when I was looking
I
up
did
this
not
trailer,
go there.
there's actually already a little bit of controversy with this trailer.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I know. It's controversial everything now. But there is a shot in this trailer, and it's like you see like a march going on, and it's kind of tinted red, and you see like a fist painted on a big banner or something. It turns out that is stock footage taken from a march during the Polish Independence Day in Warsaw. For some reason, they took this stock footage and applied it to make it look like they're neo-Nazis. So think about that. They made a bunch of Polish people who are celebrating their Independence Day look like a bunch of neo-Nazis.
Why would they do that?
Do we know the context of the shot within the movie, though?
Well, not within the movie. No, we don't even know if this is going to be in the movie or not. But for some reason, they used this footage. And within the context of the trailer, when you see Daniel Radcliffe talking to the CIA agent or whoever she is, Toni Collette, he says, there's going to be an uprising or something.
It would probably be FBI. More
Probably,
likely.
yeah. Probably FBI, yeah. But he says there's going to be an uprising, and it cuts to this shot. I had to look for it when I saw the trailer. And yeah, it's just a quick little, like, half-second shot. And I'm like, that's so odd. You know, they could have used any other stock footage, and they used that. You know, like, you could have used stock footage, like old video footage of a neo-Nazi rally, you know? But I don't know why they chose that.
Well, again, as the dystopians, we have no idea if it's going to be in the movie or what context it's going to be in. It could be, like, you know, like, we have no idea.
True. However, I mean, but this isn't, like, something the filmmakers shot. This is admittedly something taken from, like, Polish television.
Right.
They
But we
might
don't
have
know
done
why.
that on purpose, like, to say, like, for example, like, I mean, I can't think of really anything at the top of my head, but it could be, like, them showing other people, like, you know, like, the group showing people, look, this is, you know, an after effect of what would happen if we don't take over, if we don't take back what, like, I mean, there's so many different
it's all conjecture. We
ways.
just have no
Yeah.
idea.
Like, I mean,
I
as
could-
you said, it's like like half a second. You
Yeah.
have no idea what it's used for. It could be anything.
It could. Now, again, within the context of the trailer, that's what people are inferring about this. But again, you're right, we have no idea. But it still has gathered a bit of controversy. So I just wanted to address that before we actually got into the finer points of the trailer itself. The premise of the movie is that Daniel Radcliffe is, in fact, going undercover into a neo-Nazi group.
Right.
And he is a former... he was part of the military, I think, is what they said. And he goes in, he shaves his head pretty much, and it goes deep undercover into this group. And they pretty much suspect him from the beginning. Like, they are fucking with him from the beginning. They find his house, and they tell you, we know where you live. And the whole time they're questioning his allegiance to this group. And, I mean, he's still going out with them. You know, he's marching with them. He's antagonizing people. But everyone in this group is saying, we don't trust you. We think you're a cop, pretty much. So
I didn't get that impression.
Yeah, neither.
Well, for the whole trailer, you see them not only antagonizing him, but questioning his motives the whole time.
Right.
And so it's
I didn't necessarily think that that's what they feel about him. I think that's a misdirection on the trailer's part.
Yeah.
I think they want you to think that.
Yeah, and I feel like when I saw it, like the feeling that I got, it was almost like an initiation.
Right.
Kind of like, when you join some group that's that extreme, there's paranoia like within the group to begin with. And so like they kind of go through these measures to make sure your head is in the game, like your head is in, with the group and stuff.
That could be too. Yes, that's a fair point. They say in the trailer this film is inspired by true events. Now, I tried looking them up as best I could, but all the events of this film are very much shrouded in mystery right now. Like, they still haven't released a lot of the details. And it may still be an ongoing investigation. I don't know.
Right.
I don't think it would be an ongoing investigation. I mean, if it is, then there would be very, very limited details that would have been released to the public if it is an ongoing investigation.
Right.
Especially if the informant is still there, there would be a lot of danger
I don't think that's
posed.
the case. I'm sure that the informant is out by this point. but-
Okay.
Or dead.
Like, I mean.
Or
yeah,
dead,
or
right?
Which I guess would mean he's out, right?
Right. But regardless, there's very little information on this. So, like we've said before, it's inspired by true events. And that being the case, who knows how much of this is truth and how much is fictionalized for the sake of Hollywood? We really don't know.
I feel like we should always just assume at this point that even if it's as inspired or based on a true story, that most of it is going to be fiction. Unless it's like a documentary. Like that's the only genre that I would say. And even in documentaries, they still amp things up. They still
even in
because
documentaries,
they have a narrative to
what they
tell.
cut and show can still lead the audience to believe a certain way. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, even a documentary can be misleading.
So in that sense, I feel like it almost doesn't matter. Like
No, it's definitely marketing more than anything
Yeah.
because people respond to it. They say,
Yes.
"Oh, it was based on a true story." Then I really want to find out what this true story was.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
All that being said, what do you guys think about this trailer?
I'm excited for it. It looked really well done. It was weird seeing Radcliffe in that kind of role.
Yeah.
And I made me actually want to see it that much more.
Yeah, I'm getting more and more respect for I have more and more respect for Daniel Radcliffe as an actor. I feel like he's really come into his own, and he's picking really interesting projects too, and they're really, really diverse. I'm not 100% on his American accent.
Yeah.
It's kind of bugging me. I think that's the biggest thing here, but otherwise, it looks intriguing. Like, it looks like something that I might see.
Okay.
And that's saying a lot for me. And that's something not action or romantic comedy or cartoons. So, you know.
That's true.
Nice.
Did the lights just flicker?
No,
I didn't notice
I
it.
saw a flash, but I couldn't tell from
Could
where.
have been lightning.
Could have been
But I didn't notice
cloud.
anything.
Glaucoma.
What?
Well,
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yes.
Guacamole?
Okay.
if the power goes out, I can run
Yeah,
this
we
off.
still want that guac.
Yes, I do
Yes.
too.
If the power goes out, I can run this off batteries if need be, but
Okay.
hopefully it won't come to that. But we'll see. Moving on to our next trailer, which is A Monster Calls.
How does the story begin?
With a boy. Too old to be a kid.
You're coming to live with me. Don't touch anything.
Too young to be a man.
I no longer see you.
What did he do?
He called for a monster. Whoa, indeed.
So this is being directed by J.A. Bayana. Sorry. Bayana. J.A. Bayana. Sorry.
Which is it?
Yeah.
Bayana.
Okay.
He directed The Orphanage with Del Toro back in 2007, which I've never seen The Orphanage, but I've heard amazing things about it.
That's a horror film, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, a Spanish horror film. He also directed The Impossible back in 2012. That was the Asian tsunami film that only focused on the white family.
With Ian McGregor and Naomi Watts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which got really good reviews, but even I was like, how many people died and you focus on the one white family? You know?
Well, yeah, of course. What else would you do? Isn't that what the mainstream media does?
All right. But in this film, we have Felicity Jones, we have Sigourney Weaver, we have Liam Neeson providing the voice of the monster, we have Toby Cabell, who was recently in Fantastic Four and recently Warcraft. I think he was Duratan in Warcraft. And the young boy's name, I actually forgot to jot down the young boy's name, but he hasn't been...
McLaughlin?
Ian something?
Yeah, but this is his debut in this.
Maybe we got that together.
Yeah.
But
I'm
this,
not sure.
Powers combined.
I know.
and this is his debut. This is his first film.
Yeah.
And this is based around the novel by Patrick Ness. Now, the story behind this is that Patrick Ness knew another author who sadly had cancer. And she had this story written out in her head. And she passed away before she could get it down on paper. So she passed the idea along to him, and he wrote this story for her, which is a nice little homage to her, yes. And the narrative deals with, as you can see, very, very dark themes.
Yeah.
Felicity Jones is playing she's a mother with cancer. And we don't know what kind of cancer, but we do know she's going through chemo at this point. And it's this boy who, like they even say in the trailer, he's not young enough to be a kid, but he's not old enough to be a man. And having to deal with what is possibly going to be the loss of his mother. And he dreams up. It's not inferred in the trailer or not whether or not the monster is real or if it's in his head. Because the monster is interacting with things, but a lot of it seems very grandiose and no one else sees the monster, so
Yeah.
you don't really know. The visuals of the monster look astounding. When I first saw it, it kind of reminded me of like the hand of the old god from Cabin in the Woods. And I was like, God, that's frightening. But it combined with Groot. Yeah. But at first you couldn't really tell it was Liam Neeson doing the voice.
No.
It was
Very
far more
affected.
guttural for him. Yeah.
I thought it was, when we were watching, I thought it was Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could hear that too. Yes.
But If you guys have seen the Lego, I don't know if any of you have seen the Lego movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liam Neeson's voice work is actually amazing.
And he's been doing more voice work recently.
Yeah.
Who did he play in that again?
He was Good Cop, Bad Cop.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, like and
Right.
like especially for Good Cop, there was I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like for Bad Cop, you could tell, but like for Good Cop, I was just like, you can't see my facial expression, but I'm like, oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
My first thought is, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a child's movie that deals with dark topics. That's okay, but this is wow. Like I don't know if this is going to be a movie that, for one, kids are going to want to see, or that parents are going to want to take their kids to see.
I don't think this is a kid's movie, though.
You don't?
No.
I mean, the novel was a children's novel.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was dark, but it was a children's novel.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess for not like kid, obviously, not like like between 3 to 6 or 7. I feel like
you take toddlers into this.
Yeah, I know. But I feel I feel like the subject matter is fine for slightly older, kind of from 10 onwards. I feel like 10 onwards, this would still be fine for this kind of subject
Like 4th
matter.
grade and up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is it a picture book or is it a chapter book?
I actually think it's a picture book. Because when I read up on it, it said that the author and the illustrator had both won medals for it.
So it kind of reminds me of Where the Wild Things Are.
Yes.
I thought of
book
that too.
Is a picture book. Mm-hmm. But you wouldn't take a kid who you would read the book to see the movie.
Right. That was Spike Jonze, I think, who did Where the Wild Things Are.
Yeah, I think so.
And it didn't get good reviews, but I actually liked that. I thought the style and the writing was actually pretty good for that. It was weird, but it was my kind of weird, But yeah, that's
as
a
good
good
as
point.
his other movie, Her.
What's that?
As good as his other movie, Her.
No, Her is better.
Excuse
Her
me?
is far better.
I'm gotta go.
I'll walk out with you. I'm not feeling this either.
But that's a good point. The visual style is kind of reminiscent of that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I will say I am looking forward to this because, again, even though it is a child's tale, or an older child's tale, there are a lot of good actors in this, a lot of good performances, I think. They were saying that in the trailer, Academy Award winner, Academy Award nominee, so on. And I was like, wow, this is a really good cast. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I would really like to see this.
So I just looked up the book and the illustrations and stuff. The illustration, it is a picture. It's an illustrated picture book.
Okay.
But it's dark. It's really, really dark. It's not. It doesn't look like a kid's book.
But it's a picture book.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a kid's book. Here.
So
right. But I mean, it's not a graphic novel though.
No, it's like this.
Right. It's grayscale.
But that doesn't, to me. No, you don't. I was just showing it to you. You don't have to pass it.
Looks like the Babadook.
Oh man.
Creepy.
Oh. Can we make a child's version of the Babadook? Can we make that a thing?
The movie or the book?
Either
Cool.
one.
Yeah, wow.
Because it is a kid's book.
You know what
That is true. That is true.
I like that artwork a lot.
But you know what I mean? Where it's not necessarily a children's book. Like I feel like that's almost not
Just
the
because
target
a story
audience.
deals with a child doesn't mean it's a children's book.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, I just.
But
I
don't know, because it's also from what I gather, it's a child dealing with
these things.
everything that has to go into being a kid and having your mom go through having cancer.
Yeah.
So, in a sense, that can be for kids who have to go through the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
so it's not for kids.
Yeah. But and again,
Right.
for older kids, it's not for, because when we talk about, I feel like we need to define the age range in terms of when we're saying kids, right? Again, I feel like for 10 and up, I feel like this is still perfectly fine subject. Well, not like, it's not great. Like, they're not going to be, oh, I'm so happy I'm listening and talking about this. But, like, for, like, 10 and up, I feel like this is fine. Like, okay. and again, as the goddess says, it's about kids being able to relate to it. And I feel like anyone younger at that age would relate to subject matter like this differently, too.
True.
So
I think if they're going through the same thing, I think if the kid could be as young as 5.
I was going to say 6, yeah. Yeah, right around there.
If they're going through the same thing.
If like, I mean, again, it's about that understanding, right? Like, whether or not it's to that age where I guess like 5 and 6 where they start understanding the world in a certain way. So I guess younger than that might be a little more difficult for them to grasp ideas about, like, because
and it really depends on the kid.
Yeah.
There's some 5-year-olds that are more mature than some 10-year-olds.
Exactly.
10-year-olds, you know?
Yeah.
And like,
well, I'm just saying, if a child who has to deal with the same things that this kid is going through, I think the age could be different than someone who's not.
Definitely.
And if they're not, then they might not really understand anything.
Right.
And what's going on. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if they were more mature, they wouldn't relate to it.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So, will you guys want to see this? No? No one?
Maybe.
No.
God, I really want to see this.
Well, good.
I think it looks
Do it
amazing.
alone.
I mean, I'm not. Again, it's one of those things where it's not that it doesn't necessarily look bad. It looks good. Again, as you said, that there are good actors and actresses in it, but it's a really heavy subject matter. And and with something like this, again, either you're relating to it, or you feel like you're in the mood for it, or you're watching it. Like, for me, I don't do sad movies and I don't do heavy movies because
this is going to be a very sad movie.
Like, it looks like it will I will crumble under its weight, essentially. And it's a tough subject matter for anybody.
True.
Go ahead. Oh, but I do have to say, I think one thing that I am interested about is definitely kind of seeing what is reality versus what's not in this film.
Yeah.
I agree.
Kind of just having that understood, like, because I feel like part of it is, it is the reality where he is, like, as his mom, I think, was saying, if you have to break things, you break things. And so I think a lot of that will be incorporated in it. It's just, I just, that's the one thing that I'm really interested in, how they're kind of weaving that narrative and how how that reality is coming to life.
Okay. Fair points. Well, switching gears entirely, let's move into our next trailer, which is Boo, a Madea Halloween.
There's something in this house. We gotta get out of here.
Let's watch.
She's a very kinky girl.
Don't answer that, Mom.
I saw it in a movie. When she answered the phone, she got dead. Now who the hell is it?
Hello, dear. Do you want to play a game?
She will never let you.
Nice costume, dude. Show us your boobs.
You want to see her? Behold, paradise.
I need a drink.
I used to get dollar bills for that.
We about to get turned up.
She's super freaking. Somebody pray for me.
So, like the dystopian said when we first watched this, I think this one gave the fangirl a stroke. Like, some trailers break you, some trailers break her. I think this one broke her for a little bit.
It's not okay.
Oh, boy.
There should be legislation against this kind of thing.
Yes. It was the Ernest Clause of 1982.
Ah, yes. Ernest goes to court. I remember.
So, directing this...
Oh, that's not good.
Directing this, we have Tyler Perry, who is, of course, directing and starring in this.
Thank goodness.
As he does in all of his Madea films.
He's probably an executive producer as well.
Oh, he's a producer, a writer, a storyboard artist, a gaff
Best boy.
Best boy, yeah. He's everything. He's the caterer, too, I'm
Foley.
sure. A lot of his cast members from past Madea films are returning, like Cassie Davis, Patrice Lovely, Andre Hall. Introducing in this, though, is Yusuf Urakat. And his monicum is that he's FossyTube on YouTube. He's a popular YouTube channel.
Oh.
And I saw him in one part of the trailer. I was like, I recognize that guy. And he has like 6-7 million subscribers, something like that.
Okay.
And another time in recent weeks, we're seeing a lot more YouTubers in movies. It's interesting. But I'll be the first to admit that I did enjoy the Madea plays. I remember when we were at Dickinson in theater class, Mr. V would show us Madea performances on stage. And I actually got to see a live one, not with Tyler Perry, but I got to see one live. Because people forget, the original Madea stories were not films. They were plays.
See, I didn't know that.
Yes. The originals, like I Can Do Battle by Myself and Diary of a Mad Black Woman, that was a play. They were all plays, and the plays were good. They were funny. The Madea character was hilarious. Then he fucking drove it into the ground and just milked it for all it was, and now I'm sick of it. If we only had like 3 or 4 of these, that would have been perfect. Now there's 8 or 9 different plays, 12 different films, and it's become Ernest. It's the new Ernest. I mean,
why did I bring that up?
I brought it up.
Oh, okay.
Well, I said the Ernest clause of 1992 or whatever.
I won't quibble. You get the point.
Yeah. The point is conceded.
You get the Ernest points for that. You get
points.
500 Ernest
Burn,
coins.
burn.
Yeah, you get 500 burns for that. Burn coins.
I don't want them points.
Yeah, nope. You wanted them, you got them, baby. You can use them in the Vern store now.
Nice. But we joke, but this is almost the exact same arc that Ernest took. You know, right. Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest's Holiday, Ernest's Halloween.
Yeah.
It's Ernest Scared Stupid. Get it right.
Or yeah.
Damn. Shut down.
Have you never seen an Ernest film?
This guy named Ernest.
Yeah.
The end.
The end.
He hung out with kids.
Oh God, that's not the best part.
But he said, "I'm not creepy."
Yeah,
hey,
so
that's my thing.
No, he was just a funny character who would go through different.
Funny, really? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, funny to the kids in the movie.
Right.
Okay.
He would also hop between different personalities, and he'd go between being an old woman to like a military general to some other guy. He bounced back and forth a lot.
He was an interesting schizophrenic.
Yes.
Oh. Well, see, that you're making it sound interesting.
Right. No. It's not that interesting.
Who hangs out with kids?
And how
many? See, that is, I mean, creepy, but interesting.
And how many Ernest films were there? There were at least 3.
A good amount.
There's more than that.
Yeah, there's way more than that.
Because there were like
Ernest Goes to Camp.
Yeah, there were some that was
Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yeah, and you know what? I like Ernest Saves Christmas. I know we're getting off point, but I actually like that one. I actually thought it was. I like the Santa in that. He's a nice Santa. And I don't know why I remember that one of all of them, but yeah, it's the same arc that Medea's now taken, and the last step now is Madea Goes to Space. It's as simple as that. That's going to be the next one.
Ice Age is going there. She's soon to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like hundreds.
Yeah, there's like a gajillion.
Yeah, well, a lot of them went straight to VHS later on.
Not all of them did.
Okay.
No, the first few went to theaters, but then after they're like, okay, we're done with this, and it's just straight to VHS. And then he got all the holiday ones, you know, and Ernest Valentine and Ernest Easter, you know. And
Ernest runs for president, I'm sure, somewhere.
People forget that he actually did the voice of Slink on Toy Story.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he sadly passed away in between 2 and 3, and they had the assistant coach from Waterboy. I forget that actor's name. He took over for the role of Slink. But yeah, they dedicated the 3rd movie to him, which was nice. But anyway, so getting back on Madea. In this film, in the new Madea canon, it is Halloween, and one of her, I think it's either her son or her nephew, I don't know how the relation is anymore, I think it's her nephew, says, oh, well, I have to go out of town on Halloween night, and my daughter's going to go to some party, I want you to stay at home and make sure she doesn't get out to this party.
Can I ask a question?
Shoot.
Quote unquote youths
These
in
youths.
this movie?
You mean those mid-20 to late 20-year-olds playing 16-year-olds?
Yes.
I know.
Are they supposed to be playing?
Are they? No, they look.
I don't
Some
know.
of them look like they were 40 trying to be in college, and I didn't know if they were in college or if they were in high school.
Yeah.
And then the girl looked like she was 17, 18, and then there was like it was like all the white youths were like 40 to 35 to 40 years old, and then the black girls were like 19.
I think I think that's because Tyler Perry doesn't know how to cast white people.
Or you mean he does not care?
Or he doesn't care.
Well, it's just like these people look ridiculous. They all know because some of the white, she had a couple white girl friends, didn't she?
Those were kind of
younger.
normalish. Yeah,
she were younger. The fuck is wrong with me?
You got
they were younger.
You got the mush mouth. They were the longer. What?
Younger, not longer.
I'm even trying.
But you're right. You know, Tyler Perry is kind of like Spike Lee when he casts white roles. They're not subtle.
Well, not even that. Like, I don't know how old are these. What are they supposed to be in?
I don't know.
Let's just say so. There was the one youth
I'm thinking high
that
school.
was hosting the party.
It's high school.
That's my thought because
otherwise, why?
Let's just say 16 to 22.
I'm going to say that the guys
high
hosting the
school.
party are in college,
Right.
but maybe
Okay.
this niece is in high school.
See, I feel like then we can say that say the guy was in college, the niece or whatever the girl was,
The
is
aunt
in
that's
high school.
nieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, or I don't because we haven't actually defined the relationship because we have
Right.
no idea.
Right.
And then there are just random people who have showed up to this party, and they may or may not be college age because there are creepers out there.
Right.
That's true.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
All right. So
Are you?
when
I
all
mean,
of that,
I'm not okay with the concept.
So, all
but-
of that goes down, and Madea has to go over to this girl's house to watch her for the night to make sure she doesn't go to the party. And the girl says, "Oh well, the house is haunted. You know, after 10 o'clock, the ghost comes out, and yada yada." And then they
Yes,
go.
because in every story it's after 10 o'clock.
Right.
No.
No,
Oh,
it's after
okay.
midnight.
Yeah,
It's like
I thought
midnight
it
or
was
3.
midnight.
It's midnight or 3. Yeah. And then of course they have to get out, and the hijinks ensue. Dear lordy, lordy, lordy.
What did that poster?
Oh.
Halloween or
Hurlerine. Yeah, Hurlerine. Someone took the original Halloween poster from the 1977 Halloween film and gave it Madea glasses. Instead of saying Halloween, it said Hurlerine.
Huh.
Yeah. And it's like the night she comes home. Like, whoever made this poster needs a shiv to the neck.
Is it
Wow.
you
That's
mean the
violent.
actual movie poster?
Yes, this is an actual movie. When you go on the Wikipedia page, that is the legit movie poster. So yeah, go ahead and pull it up real quick if you want. I'm not
Well,
very...
I saw it. I saw the poster and I was like, "Is this real?
And sadly,
Or
it
is
was
this a
real.
joke?"
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you see it?
Halloween.
Halloween. I don't know how you pronounce it. At first, I thought they were pronouncing it like the Irma Gerd girl, like Halloween. But that's not what it is. It's Madea.
How is it spelled?
HELLURWEE.
No, don't look up the poster. Just look up the movie, and they'll be the first poster that comes up.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, well.
You don't want that
No.
on your phone.
I don't want
The
that on my
history.
browser history.
Yeah, fuck that.
He's gonna find me.
I'm not about that life.
Well, because in the movies, like she kind of talks like that.
Yes.
That's something.
I've never seen them, but I've seen
feel like I
like
zoned
people.
out
She has a.
for this trailer or something.
She has an.
Well, no,
act-
you don't really hear it in the trailer too much,
Oh,
but
okay.
like, I feel like what I don't know if it was like Psych or something like that, where like they're talking about like the Madea movies.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then they'll like say like a line, and it'll be something like that.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think I remember.
She has an accent. I don't know what the accent is. It's
No, I think
it's kind of
someone
southern.
likes them. That would make more sense.
It's kind of a southern accent, but it's also it's a Georgian accent. I
Like
think is the best way to
Armageddon?
describe it.
Armageddon.
You know, because I'm pretty sure this all takes
don't
place
know. I
outside of
can't do
Atlanta, so it's kind of a Georgian accent.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
take it
it's
back.
other things too. I don't know where he got it from.
Yeah.
But
Oh, me too.
anyway, the only reason I bring this movie up, we usually wouldn't discuss a Madea film, but Tyler Perry has mentioned that this will likely be the last Madea film. Now, he has said that in times past, but he has openly admitted he's sick of playing this character. And
Then why is he doing it?
because it makes fucking money. That's why.
Then he should stop. Like, see, okay.
Fucking money.
See, I don't have a problem with people doing things for money because everybody likes money, okay? Like, that's just how the way the world is. But I don't like it when they come out and say, I don't like doing something, and then do it, like...
Right, when they openly say, I hate doing this.
Yes, but then
but
do
I'm
it anyway.
do it.
Like, that pisses
Well,
me
if
off.
they have a choice.
Yeah, if they have a
like,
choice.
I hate my job, but right now I don't have
but that's
a choice.
different. Yeah, that's
I
completely
have to do
different.
it to make
yeah.
money.
Or you bash like when Robert Pattinson bashed the Twilight series. Like the thing is, I have nothing. I haven't seen the Twilight series. I know nothing about it, but at the same time, it's just like, look. You chose this role. If you wanted to quit, you could have. I mean, like,
and not only that, they're in a position where they get to pick their job. You know, they get to pick their roles.
Right.
Yeah. Tyler Perry gets to pick his... Madea isn't his only cash cow. I mean, he was in the Star Trek series. He was one of the generals in Star Trek. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was also in...
He was in that... What was it, Alex Cross or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the James Patterson books. The movies.
Okay.
He was in the most recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film.
I was gonna say, what the
he
hell
was
is
in
the
like
name?
better things too.
The movie with Ben Affleck and
Argo.
the wife.
No.
The
Gone
wife.
Girl. Gone
Yeah.
Girl. That's it. Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
what
he
I was
was in
thinking
Gone
of.
Girl, right?
And everyone was like,
and he was good in Gone
he was
Girl.
actually good in it.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Right.
why is he doing other shit?
Right.
Like,
When he's not hamming it up,
Exactly.
he's actually good. I'm like, why don't you know? You can still be a director. Just don't direct this shit. No, I don't know. Do something. I know now he has like 7 or 8 different TV shows all revolving around the Madea family. It's just not her in it, you know? It's like, Christ. You know, there's Meet the Browns and Love Thy Neighbor and a whole bunch of others. I'm like, enough. Anyway, I'm sorry, but do you guys want to see Boo a Madea Halloween?
oh my god, so much.
No, thank you.
Okay, by the way, I was kidding. I do not.
I know.
Okay. Just making sure. I wanted to be clear. I do not want to see this. Except I do have to say that I kind of giggled at some of the jokes. But,
I noticed. And again, look, the Madea character can be funny. Like, I can still laugh at Madea. I'm tired of it. Take a break. Just take a break from Madea. You know, 30 years down the road, let someone else try and do Madea. Like, have like another Madea reunion or something. I don't know. But let it go. Tyler Perry, pass the reins on to someone else. Enough of Madea. And I'm not knocking anyone who enjoys these films. You know, there's an audience for everything. And obviously the Madea audience is massive and they love it. You know, we would... Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just actually going to ask something about the trailer, so you can finish your thought.
Okay. When I was still working at the theater, we would actually say that the Madea film is kind of like a pilgrimage for some people. Every year, they have to go and see their Madea film. And they would literally flock to the theaters the Sunday it would open. And it would sell out every showing that Sunday.
Wow.
It was massive. And the whole time, the whole theater was cracking up. They love it. Even though it's a lot of the same jokes over and over, they love it. And that's okay. That's fine. If that's what the kind of humor you enjoy, that's okay. But I'm just like, 20 films in, you're still liking this? Like, oh, okay. Power to you.
I remembered what the word was that I've heard like people say. It's hallelujah.
Oh, yes. Yes, she
it.
does say that, yeah.
But what was your question?
Oh, my question was, I don't understand this trailer. Just in that, you know how like when all the hijinks and everything that, you know, happen, like it's
Disjointed?
Yeah.
There's that, yeah. And also, like, you know, when they're chased by zombies, it's like they're going to explain what they are, right?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
No, they're totally not going to explain that.
I don't
They're
think...
going to be there for like 2 minutes, and then they're never going to talk about them ever
That would
again.
be awesome. I'd watch that movie.
And
But, like, why
you
did
know,
she leave? I don't understand.
Yeah, like leave the house and
Or
stuff.
like first of all, why does she bring like 4 friends?
because
with her?
when apparently Madea has Halloween, she invites her friends over to sit outside of her house on Halloween night. And then when she has to go and watch the girl, all the other family members have to come, apparently. Or she doesn't trust them in her own home. I don't know.
I feel like it's
But
just
then why
because
do
she'll
they
get
leave?
bored.
I don't understand.
But
There's
yeah, why
nothing
they
to
left the
understand.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that I
granted,
don't
it's
get.
haunted, but why would you just take your friends and leave and not take the girl, you're supposed to watch
Exactly.
with you?
You should take the girl.
Yeah.
Like,
And
you
here-
can take your friends, but you should also take the girl.
my only thought was that the girl had already left to go to the party, and that's
Or
why
she
wasn't
died
there.
off screen. That would be so
Or
good.
she died off screen. Oh my god, yes!
Medea has to explain to her son why her granddaughter's dead.
Oh my god, please!
That would be great.
Oh,
That's why it's going to be the
great.
last movie. Medea goes to jail for child neglect.
But isn't there Medea goes to
There
jail?
already is a Medea goes to jail. Yeah.
So she has to die. Like
She's
or
on
something.
probation. Yeah. She's gonna
The
go
girl's
back.
the ghost and kills her.
Oh.
She scares her to death. She's her hereditary.
But one of the reasons why this might be all disjointed is that a lot of the Medea films, again, because they were adapted from plays, is that there are many different subplots going on. Medea rarely is the main character in a Medea film or a play. In fact, Diary of a Mad Black Woman and I Can Do Battle by Myself, Medea was only in those for about 10 or 15 minutes. She is a side character, and only after she became popular did she become a main character. So, a lot of these movies revolve around lots and lots of different stories going on at the same time, and that's why the trailer may in fact be disjointed.
But it still doesn't explain why she
left the
wouldn't
house.
take the girl with her.
Oh, I
She
know,
left the-
I know.
If that was her one job for Halloween night.
Right.
Well, unless she did, the girl snuck
She
out
did kill her.
and or that,
Medea killed her.
And she went to look for the girl, and instead of driving next door to the,
she drove into
she
the
drove
woods.
into the woods.
Yep.
Because that makes so much more sense.
Did anyone see when she opened the hood of the car? Did she levitate or
Yeah, she was way too high up.
Okay, thank you.
It looked like an invisible crane was lifting her towards the hood. That was I'm looking at it, I'm like,
The
what?
hood was all the way up, but then she was still 2 feet above the hood.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, it was like her feet were on the bumper.
Yeah.
And even then, a little higher than
I have to
that.
go back and watch it again. I did not
Yeah.
notice that.
Yep.
God, it wasn't just me.
Moving on to our next trailer, which is Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
Thanks for tipping us off to that sheriff. When are you coming to D.C.?
I move around a lot.
You're a legend. Folks wonder why you left. Purple Heart, Silver Star. There's this big dent in the desk. People say you made it with someone's head.
Jack Reacher for Major Turner.
Major Turner's been arrested.
On what charge?
Espionage.
He's been set up. How much does Reacher know?
How's it going? I don't like being followed.
You think you're invulnerable.
That's right. Maybe I rip your arm off and beat you to death with it.
I'm sorry about this.
Reacher? He's here to kill you.
My men were shot by one of our own. This is bigger than I imagined. You ever lose anyone on your watch, Reacher?
Yay, I want to see this one.
Directing this, we have Edward Zwick. He directed Glory, as well as The Siege, and The Last Samurai, as well as Blood Diamond. He's had a pretty good career.
Good
Those are all-
movies.
yeah, pretty good. In this, we have Tom Cruise. We have Colby
Smolder.
Jack.
Not Goulet. I know. I said Goulet. I was like,
Robert
oh,
Goulet.
but yeah, she's
Red
Agent.
ships of space.
She's Agent Hill in the MCU.
She's also Robin from How I Met Your Mother.
Ah, right.
She's also Robin.
We also have Danica Yarosh, who is in Shameless as well as Heroes Reborn recently. Now, the premise of this film, and I'll just read off the synopsis here. Set 4 years since the first film's events, Jack Reacher is returning to the headquarters of his old military unit, but reveals that he is now accused of a 16-year-old homicide, and finds out that it is only a part of something bigger than he thought before.
Mm-hmm.
So, the name of the movie is Never Go Back, and the
Then
first
he
thing he
goes
does
back.
is go back.
Well, no, it's a cautionary tale telling you to never go back because this is what happens when you
Right.
go back.
That's true.
Okay, I thought they were saying, "Oh, I'm never gonna go back." Well, then the first thing you do is go back. Okay, all right,
Never
fair
go
enough.
back.
Fair enough.
Never back
Can't
down.
believe that word.
Never
you
back down,
don't go
right.
back
Yeah.
ever.
Mm-hmm. Because this will happen
Anyway.
If it was never going back, then it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, it could be never going back after this time. So, like, you know.
That's too long of a title. That wouldn't fit on the posters. Never going back after this time.
After this one time when I go back.
Yeah.
Right.
And then never again.
Guys, I need a mulligan. So yeah, who here has seen the first Jack Reacher? Okay.
I'm raising my hand. I have.
Just a fangirl.
Yes.
Who here has read the book? No one. Okay. I did not see the first Jack Reacher, but I did hear good things about it. And fangirl, what did you think of Jack Reacher?
I liked it. I liked it. My brother really liked it, and so did Confucius. So it was good. It was a good amount of action and Tom Cruise, and it got a little bit slow towards the end, but in a way where it was necessary for the movie.
I do know that,
but I actually don't remember it that well, so I'm just bullshitting.
I did speak to a couple people who are fans of the book, and they said that they thought that they really miscast Jack Reacher. Not only because of his personality, but his physicality and how he looks.
Because Jack Reacher's supposed to be like a tall guy.
He's supposed to be like 6'5".
Yeah, and Tom Cruise.
And Tom Cruise is like 5 nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's supposed to be blonde too, and he's not really that. He's not a Tom Cruise personality, you know. And, I mean, all that being said, apparently it was a decent film, so who knows? But the trailer for this looked pretty darn good, I thought.
Yes, right? Okay.
Scared of the guys.
Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm not creepy.
Again, I have not seen the first one, but this one has me pretty excited. You know, it was drawing me in. I thought the action looked pretty good. The dialogue was pretty well written, and I'm intrigued as to what's going on here. You know, again, having not seen the events of the first film. So, with the exception of the fangirl, who I know wants to see it, what do you guys think about this one?
All I had to say was, it's not One Punch Born.
It's not One Punch Born. I'm sorry.
One Punch Man.
That being said, I actually think of it along the same lines as Jason Bourne movies. I don't not want to see them. But I don't know if I would go out of your way to see it.
Yeah.
Fangirl, would you compare this to the Bourne series?
No. Yes.
It's just like this, like the kind of like, even like the Mission Impossible kind of movies, like spy thriller.
Yeah. See, I love the Mission Impossible movies, and I like, I guess, Tom Cruise in that kind of character, so that's why I am inclined to see it.
Okay.
But as to whether or not it's like the Bourne movies, I guess I mean,
sorry, it's too involved of a question. I'm sorry.
It is. It kind of is.
Is Jack Reacher a spy?
I can't fucking remember. Don't ask me questions like that.
Oh God.
That's all I mean, in the sense that it's like Jason Bourne.
Okay.
He's a spy. It's a thriller movie
about a spy.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a spy. Maybe he is a spy.
Oh my God.
Spy-ish.
It does seem like he's some kind of military intelligence.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think,
that's all I mean by spy, not like
not like James
I need
Bond.
to get secrets.
Oops. I tried to look up Jack Reacher and I typed up Jack.
It's on his
Reacher.
resume. I need to get secrets. I don't want to.
It's a compulsion.
I need to. I need them.
It's a gift and a curse.
Give
So
me your
Jack
secrets.
Reacher.
And when he retires, he works for TMZ.
Jack Reacher is an ex-army investigator.
He's
So-
a spy.
Close to a spy. Pretty close.
Close to a spy.
In my book,
That's a spy.
it's all under the umbrella of a
Of
spy.
spy. Okay, fair enough.
And I like spy films, so I guess that's why I like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them too. I don't always make it to go see it,
Right.
even though I would want to.
Yeah, I mean that's the same for me. But that's just because I'm lazy as hell. Like it has nothing to do with, you know, how good the movie is. It's just that I don't want to get off my ass.
Dystopian?
I didn't see the first one, but this trailer does look good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it looks pretty well done. Will I see it? Probably not. At least not in the theaters. Maybe I'd see it on Netflix or something if I watched the first one. But
yeah, I would.
I'm not invested in the character. Not like Bourne. Like,
okay, fair enough.
Where I do want to see that next one because I have watched them up till now.
Right. Okay, and that's fair. Yeah, you guys covered all my points. I think I actually didn't have the numbers from the first film, whether or not... I think it was a success in the box office. Obviously enough to warrant a sequel.
Right.
So I don't know how many books there are for Jack Reacher, but yeah, hopefully it's good. Moving on to our next trailer, which is Inferno.
Professor Langdon, we need your help. 3 days ago, a man killed himself. We think it was part of something much bigger. There was a package in his pocket.
And what was it?
Dante's Inferno.
Dante defined our modern conception of hell 700 years ago.
But these circles of hell have been rearranged.
Why Dante?
Why this map of hell?
Dante's death mask.
Yes.
We've got to get to Florence.
So directing this, we have Ron Howard, who is an amazing director. He directed A Beautiful Mind, Frost Nixon, Apollo 13, which is easily one of my favorite films of all time. He did direct the first two films in this series, which was The Da Vinci Code as well as Angels and Demons. Angels and Demons came out in 2009, I think. And I'll be the first to tell you, I did not like The Da Vinci Code. It was odd, and even my mom, who loved the Da Vinci Code book, did not like the movie. It was very polarizing for fans of the book.
Yeah, most people who read the books did not like the movie.
Yeah.
The movie was very forgettable, I guess, because I totally read the book and I love the book.
Mm-hmm.
And you just
I don't remember the movie.
That's saying something. That is
phased
saying
it out
something.
of your memory so you wouldn't tarnish your memories of the book.
Yeah.
That is saying something. And again, I haven't read any of the books, and I saw Angels and Demons, and I really dug Angels and Demons. I thought it was actually a good continuation of the story, even though Angels and Demons came first in the book canon. I don't know why they just reversed that. Well, I know why they reversed it, because the Da Vinci Code was a far more popular book.
Mm.
So
I actually liked Angels and Demons a lot better.
The book?
The book.
Okay.
Than the Da Vinci Code. I'm not sure why, but I did. And I thought it wasn't a prequel, like.
No, they reference
the movie or the book.
The book.
Yes, the book is before.
The book is before.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the movie takes
not.
place after the Da Vinci Code, so they reverse it.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, it was stupid. It was weird canon, the way they did it like that.
Dumb.
They could have done Angels and Demons as a prequel. That could have been okay, but they actually referenced the events of the Da Vinci Code in Angels and Demons.
Weird and
yeah,
dumb.
I don't know why they reversed it. Who knows? But this book, Inferno, is actually the last book in the series as of right now. But it's now the third film in the series. I don't know if they're skipping the third book or they're going to make that one next. I don't know.
Because apparently they like to play with the order of things.
Right, they just like to play with the narrative and just fuck with it. But the premise of this one... Actually, before I get into that, let me read off the actors. So again, we have Tom Hanks. We also have Felicity Jones, who we talked about earlier. We have Omar Sy, who was in The Untouchables and recently Jurassic Park. We have Ben Foster, who was in The Finest Hours.
Jurassic Park or Jurassic
Sorry, Jurassic World. Jurassic World.
I was like,
sorry.
Recently. That wasn't recent.
Sorry, Jurassic World.
In the mid-90s.
Yeah, how recent that was.
We also have Ben Foster, who was in The Finest Hours, as well as recently Warcraft. He was Medivh in Warcraft. We also have...
Okay, I thought that was him. That's the guy who jumps out the window, right?
Yeah.
In the trailer? In the trailer. This trailer.
Oh, in this trailer, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Answer the question.
Listen to what I'm saying, not what you think I'm saying.
Ooh.
We also have...
Nice.
We also have Irfan Khan, who was the new head of InGen in Jurassic World, if you remember that guy, the guy who flew the helicopter.
Jurassic World people?
Oh, okay.
Oh, like the
CEO
guy?
Yeah, the CEO.
The evil
Sorry,
benefactor.
that was really hard for me
Yeah,
to
the
get
benefactor, yeah. So, the premise of this film is that, and I've read up a little bit about the novelization as well, is that the lead character, I forget the actual guy's name, Tom Hanks.
Jim Brown.
Professor Robert Langdon.
Langdon, that was it, right?
I was close.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown. What the fuck?
Because the guy's name is Dan Brown.
Yeah, that's where my brain went. Single syllable Brown.
But Langdon actually wakes up in a hospital with no memory of the last few days. At which point they tell him, we need you to investigate these mysterious events in Florence, and he goes to help out, and then discovers something is stolen, and it's revealed that he in fact stole it, but again, he has no memory of this.
Dum dum dum.
He's a sleeper agent.
Yeah, he's a sleeper agent.
He's the Manchurian candidate.
Yep. He's gonna kill the president.
Shit.
Or Mr. Mugatu.
Mr. Mugatu.
What?
Huh?
That was his name, right?
Yeah, Mugatu.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Zoolander.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was just
Wow.
like,
The Prime Minister of
It might be
Malaysia.
Mr., but
Kill the Prime Minister of Malaysia!
yeah. The Prime Minister. No, yeah.
Jesus.
I want to.
It turns out this all involves Dante's Inferno somehow. And
Of course it does.
of course, because everything ties into some sort of... Well, not something to do with the Divine Comedy, but something with the church and all of these stories. Yeah. But yes, all of this involves the church somehow. This one happens to involve the Divine Comedy. And you see them pull up a map, the drawing of the circles of hell, and Langdon points out, oh, well, this is reversed somehow. Not all the circles are where they should be. So what does this have to do with? And it turns out there's something to do with... it's now a prophecy. It's not just what a map of hell is. And now, if there's some sort of plague that's going to hit, and
It is a prophecy.
It is, yes, it is a prophecy, and that's that hell is basically coming to Earth, and it's going to be in the form of a plague or something like that. And so Langdon has to stop it, trying to figure out what Dante was trying to write, and through these different maps. So, yeah, new mystery unfolds in Florence.
I'm sorry. Is it that Dante could see into the future, or there's a present terrorist cell that is taking
Sending messages? Yeah. Because
go ahead.
Because he did say, like,
These things
this
weren't here
in the
before?
original. Like,
Yeah.
it's not in the original. So, like, someone tampered with it.
Right. It's either that or someone has been planning this for centuries and is now about to release it. That
Okay,
could
well,
be it
that's-
too. Because they say it's a global event, so it could be something on a global scale. They've been planning this for centuries.
So either way, it's a terrorist cell that has been
Right,
established.
it's not like he
he-
put it into
his original
the work.
Yeah.
Right.
And he could see the future that.
No, I don't think that's what's happening.
Oh, there's something's gonna happen like that.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what you do when you see the future.
Mhm, yeah. That's what I
something's
do.
gonna happen. That's exactly what Nosferatu did all those years.
Oh my God, something's gonna happen, guys.
I didn't say that.
No, Nosferatu said it. Or wait, no, Nosferatu.
No, Nostradamus.
Nostradamus, guys.
Nosferatu.
What? Maybe he's been around for centuries.
Yeah,
he could have done this.
Yeah, Nostradamus. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was my bad. Sorry. That's not your fault. You just went with it.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that evil motherfucker. He did it.
But, like, I thought it was silly when they were looking at the thingy, when they were just like, oh, look, there's a, like, it looked as if they were literally just spelling the things out. Like, it was just like, oh, look, there's a P. Oh, there's an R. There's an, like,
right
that's
after
what it looked
the
like.
other, like,
yeah.
it says it right there.
Right,
We
like,
didn't need
guys,
you.
like, we don't need
Jim
to decode
Brown.
it. It's like,
Yeah. The only thing
It's like Dante's going, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
The only thing I could think is that it's like when they're looking at like the Last Supper or something, and then you see the
outline.
M. Is it an M or a W?
Oh, I can't remember.
Whatever.
I thought it was an M.
And that's what I thought. And then like you kind of like see it, so it's like they're looking at it, and it's not really outlined.
Right.
And then they point it out, and then they point it out.
Right.
It's like Kojima with the.
So it's like,
It's not like that was in black and
Yeah.
it was right there.
Right. Or it
you
was like-
jackass.
Yeah.
It's right there. He just rode over top of the
hidden in
painting.
plain sight.
Like Angels and Demons, I do like the lore that's going on here. Like, I love the Divine Comedy. I have read Inferno, but I haven't read, what was it? Purgatory and Heaven. I forget what those are called. But I have read Inferno, and it's beautiful. And I love the mythos of that story and the world that's weaved there. And I want to see how that ties into like either this prophecy or, you know, this terrorist organization and how they're weaving this thing, you know, what it has to do with the Inferno. So, yeah, I am very, very interested in this, especially considering that, again, Angels and Demons was, I think, a far better film than the Da Vinci Code. So they only have a stronger film to build off of. So I'm looking forward to this. What do you guys think?
I don't really care about the series.
You really care about the series?
Do not.
Oh, I totally heard I really care about the series.
No.
Okay.
I have no care.
It was
Shooter?
No,
Shooter!
No, not Shooter. Shooter, McGavin.
Shooter!
Whatever.
Shooter!
McGavin,
yeah.
I haven't read the books. I haven't seen the movies. It doesn't look bad. It's just I'm not invested in the series.
That's fair.
I don't know.
It falls under my umbrella of spy.
Yeah, okay.
True. He's trying to find out secrets.
Yeah, secrets. Anything that's a secret is a spy.
Yeah.
This is more like National Treasure mystery, though, not really spy.
I know,
like code breaking.
Yeah,
code breaking. And I like code breaking.
It's spy,
That's
yeah.
true.
Like, you know,
Spy
they hire
stuff.
code breakers for you.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
Ladies, what do you think?
See, the thing is, I never bought Tom Hanks as Robert Langdon for some reason. It didn't sit well with me. I don't know why, even though I think he's probably perfect for the character. But it didn't work.
Weren't you the same way with Daniel Radcliffe for Harry Potter or something like that?
I just thought Daniel Radcliffe couldn't act.
Oh, okay.
Well, none of them could really act when they were kids. Like they, you know.
These are my lines. We're wizard folk.
Yeah, that's what it was to me. But
we are wizard folk.
Is that like the wee folk?
Yes. It's exactly what it's
Second
like.
breakfast.
Different wizard.
But yeah. I have not actually seen any of the movies. I tried watching the Da Vinci Code on Netflix because it's on there, and I think I fell asleep. So I don't know. And I didn't see Angels and Demons, which again, I thought I liked Angels and Demons the book better, so I probably might have enjoyed that more. But yeah, I am also in the may or may not see this film, but probably not because I don't care too much about it.
Okay, fair enough.
I like secrets and codes.
But not spies?
No, I like spies.
Oh, right.
I just don't know if I'll see it.
Okay.
But I don't, also I don't know if I would see this or if I would rather read the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I would definitely read the book.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I don't know if I read the book, if I would then go and
see it.
The movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, one last thing before I forget. The score for Angels and Demons, which was done by Hans Zimmer, was amazing.
Of course, it's Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I still have that on my my Zune. Yes, I have a Zune. Don't you judge me.
What's a Zune?
Listen, man, I got a creative that's like a brick. It's old as hell.
But yeah, I still have that, and that score is amazing. Like that was my Mad Max score for a while. The Angels and Demons score. It was so good.
Nice.
I hope he comes back for this film. I want an Inferno score. Oh my god!
Did he also do the first one? The first movie?
I think he did Da Vinci Code, but I could be wrong. Yeah. Anyway, moving on to our final trailer for the night, which is Bleed for This.
Tomorrow night, you gone.
I'm gonna rain on you like a thunderstorm.
I feel like I should be on a box of Wheaties doing a Gatorade commercial. Jimmy!
Tasmanian devil is at Kent County Memorial Hospital tonight with a fractured neck.
If you let me do the fusion, I can guarantee you'll be able to walk again.
I need to be able to fight again.
Me?
And not fusing my neck.
With this severe of an injury, one bump, one fall, any kind of movement, and your spinal cord could sever.
It wasn't supposed to go like this.
Yeah, I know. We're not done here, Vinny. There's a whole world outside the ring.
I'm getting pretty sick of people talking to me like I'm dead. Kev, I'm gonna fight again.
No, you ain't, Vinny. Vinny, no. I mean, you still know how to give up.
No, I know exactly how to give up. You know what scares me, Kev? Is that it's easy.
Come on, this is insane.
Now, this is being directed by Ben Younger. Now, he directed Boiler Room and Prime, neither of which I've seen. They are kind of smaller films that came out in the early 2000s. But this isn't his first film, but this looks very stellar for a film of this caliber, all the others being smaller films. In this, we have Miles Teller, who was in Whiplash, as well as recently Fantastic Four. And I'm sure Dystopia and I will agree that Whiplash was fucking amazing.
Yeah, he was really good in that. He
Yeah.
did a really great job.
And we also have in this Katie Sagal, who is most famously from Married with Children. She's also Leela in Futurama.
Nice.
She was also in Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, she was in Sons of Anarchy.
Yes.
That's right, yeah. We also
Probably
have...
the most recent one.
That is true.
A little more recent, yeah.
Just a smidge.
A little bit.
We also have Aaron Eckhart. We have Amanda Clayton, who was in John Carter. And we also have Ted Levine, who is Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. But he's also...
Yes.
He's also been in American Gangster. He's been in Shutter Island. He's been in several other recent films.
I think he was in Monk.
Oh, he was in Monk.
Stottlemyre.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And isn't Kieran Hines in this too?
I do not know who that is. I'm sorry.
He was the guy who was washing him when he was in the tub. Had the kind of longish grayish hair.
Okay.
Kind of a bigger guy.
Yes.
He played Julius Caesar in Rome, and he played Mance Raider in
That's
Game of
right.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a really good character actor.
I thought that was somebody else when I saw him, that face.
Yeah.
But now that you say that, it does look more like
It took me a couple
another guy.
looks. I'm like, is that him? 'Cause
Yeah, that's
I used
right.
to seeing him like that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Used to seeing him being burnt at the stake. Is that what you're saying?
Or getting stabbed by 50 senators. Yes.
Right. But the premise of this film is that it tells the story of Vinny Paz. Now, Vinny Paz was a very, very good boxer for between the late 70s, early 80s, I believe. And he was tragically in a very bad car accident. He wasn't driving at the time, and I can't recall if the driver died or not, but his neck was practically severed. Now, he did not lose control of his body. He was still able to move. And the doctors tried to fight, as you saw in the trailer, the doctors tried to fight for him to have his neck fused together. And that would have prevented him from moving his neck and from severing his spinal cord. But in doing so, he wouldn't be able to fight. Basically, his neck couldn't move properly. He couldn't be able to box anymore.
Yeah.
And he said, fuck that. I'm going to box again. And against all of the advice of his doctors, he went out and started training with a halo around his neck. And them saying to him, if your spine moves a quarter of a millimeter, you're going to lose all motion to your body. And he just said, fuck you, I'm still training.
Yeah.
Is that something that can heal?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's why I was very confused.
If the spinal cord itself isn't severed, the spine can heal. And you can recover from that, but it's a very, very long and unmoving process. Yes.
And dangerous.
Very dangerous. Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought it was something like the rest of his life.
That he would have to wear the...
Yeah, that you couldn't... Like any kind of trauma.
Injury. Right, yeah.
Right.
Kill him or just paralyze him.
Yeah.
If that's the case, do not box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what
of
the
all the
hell's
sports,
going on?
don't box. Take up badminton.
Badminton is a lot more,
I know. I'm joking.
Just saying.
British badminton. Like
the older times,
like the English courtyard when they're just swatting at the badminton, the shuttlecock. Excuse me.
The shuttlecock.
We forgive you.
Thank you.
It's a fun word, shuttlecock. Sorry.
Not as sorry as
don't
we are.
forgive him.
Yeah, never.
Yes, this is considered one of the greatest comebacks in sports history, the story of Vinny Paz. I had heard of the guy. I'd seen footage of him boxing before, but I didn't know a whole lot about his story. And it's absolutely amazing. And I'm shocked it took him this long to put this story to film. And I think this could be a breakout role for Miles Teller. I think that he is performing this role very, very well. And he's put on a lot of weight for this role. Even though he's only weighs 150, he has just put on pure muscle. And you see that in some parts of the trailer, he's just jacked. He pulled like a Tom Hardy, from in between a Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy to a Warrior. Same thing, and then into Dark Knight Rises. And I'll just say it, Oscar bait. I think this looks like pure Oscar bait. No, the actors...
No, you don't get to say no to me like that. No. If I'm going to sigh disapprovingly at you, I'm going to do it.
I think the actors, as well as the director, as well as the performances, the story, I think this all has the potential to pick up a lot of awards come Oscar season. Award season, I should say.
Didn't we come up with a better term?
Oscar worthy.
No.
Yeah.
There was...
I'm not
there
saying
was a
better.
There was a better term. I forget what it was.
But see, I feel like I hate to agree with you because just on principle, but
yeah, you should feel bad about that.
But like,
don't do it.
People, you don't like
to agree with most people. That is true on principle.
Yeah.
Like So,
Yeah.
so nothing. No. But
strictly you.
No, but I agree with you most of the time. I try to agree with you. Yeah, so
I'm special.
Yeah, you are. So I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that statement wholeheartedly.
Anyway.
But no, when I saw it, that's what I thought too. But I think that there is a distinction. Like now that I, have been on the podcast for a little bit longer, there is a distinction between when you call something Oscar bait, where it's, I feel like, and something that's, I don't know what our other term is, like we haven't figured that out yet, but Oscar bait is something that they are trying specifically and only to get Oscars and not for the sake of the film.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to do this because I want to get an Oscar.
Okay,
right.
It's a calculated casting.
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
like the movie Unbroken that came out for Angelina Jolie. That we called that Oscar bait because of its themes,
like the subject matter,
exactly.
The people who are cast, like it was, like as you said, very calculated. I feel like we can use that term for something if we actually feel that way about the film. Otherwise, it's not necessarily Oscar worthy because we don't know if it's what Oscar worthy necessarily.
Oscar attention grabbing.
Yes, like but
it's long
or has Oscar potential.
Ogue.
Oh no. Oscar attention grabbing. Ogue.
This movie's so ogue.
Let's not make that a thing.
Too late.
Fuck.
So, but yeah, I think we need to make a distinction between that, and I think I would be more comfortable with that because like I feel like there are some movies which do feel like Oscar bait in that they are out there just for awards, like
Okay, and that's fair. You know what? Yeah, I'll make that distinction from now on.
Good.
This is. I think
you'll do it when she says it, but not when I say it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But
it's because I actually agreed with him for once, so
right.
he has to.
I didn't agree first, and then okay.
It's got.
I get it.
It's a little give and take.
I get it.
I was going to say I think the term was like Academy teaser or something like that was the term we came up with.
I don't like it.
Or Oscar, no, not Oscar teaser, but it was like award teaser or something like that.
No way.
I don't remember. I honestly
I'll have to go back and listen. It was in the last couple podcasts. Remember that?
No, it was a lot. It was a while ago.
I thought it was only like a month ago.
It was like a year ago.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, we've had this conversation so many times, though, that I don't know. Like, it could have happened a month ago and a year ago and all the time. No. Nope, not scared.
Is that on the inside?
Bug? Yes, it's definitely on the inside.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I could catch it.
Oh, no, a bug.
Hold on.
A bug.
So, final thoughts on Bleed for this? I really want to see this. I think this looks stellar. I think all the cast looks great. And I hope Miles Teller knocks this one out of the park. It looks very, very good.
I think on a Tuesday night, I might be convinced to go see this.
Of course.
I think Aaron Eckhart looks different.
Yeah, I didn't even realize.
I know.
It was him at
I know. I
first.
was just like, who is that? I know that face. I know that face.
Yeah,
But who is
yeah,
that?
yeah,
And then,
yeah.
like, when his name popped up, I was just like,
right.
Wow,
So
that's
that
an
is-
extreme reaction for that.
Yeah.
well, you know, it was.
And I like him a lot, so
Oh, me too.
I do too.
I really like him.
I still probably won't see this film, but you know.
I'll tell you how he was.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So let's get into feature presentations. First one is Ice Age Collision Course.
Why are we
In
still? Why are we talking about
space.
this?
Because it's a movie and it's coming out.
It's coming out. It's not out yet.
It comes out this weekend.
Oh, is it?
I'm sorry.
Scrat in space.
Wait, which one is this one about?
Oh my god, I love that. What was that?
Oh, I was just. Which one was this one?
This is the 5th one. This is the one where there's an asteroid coming to Earth and they somehow have to avoid it. Yes.
How?
Spoiler alert, they're not going to.
I don't know
So
what
they go into space, right? Is that why you said that?
Yeah, there were scenes in the trailer I saw that showed Scrat in space.
If you recall, in the very first Ice Age, they're walking in like this underground tunnel, this ice tunnel, and it's just a little sequence of them walking, and trapped in the ice is a UFO. That UFO is what's seen in this trailer. So they actually use that
the ice is melting?
Because the ice is melting, yes. And Scrat somehow gets into the UFO and pilots it to get his fucking acorn back that he's been trying to get for 5 fucking movies.
Nice.
And somehow, in the course of events, makes an asteroid plummet towards Earth.
Oh, that sucks. It's all his fault.
Yep. Because that little fucker needs to get that one acorn.
It's important.
Yeah. And look, I like Scrat. I think he's funny, but I'm done with Scrat. And I liked the little shorts. I didn't need a movie for each short, you know? I'm not looking forward to this. I was done with this series 4 movies ago.
Yeah.
I'm
The
absolutely...
first one was kind of good, right?
Oh, yeah, the first one was great.
Yeah, the first
Second
one
one was pretty good.
Yeah, and
after that,
I haven't seen any of them.
I think I
will
remember
pass
seeing the
on
first one.
First one is when they're taking the little baby back to the Eskimos, right?
I don't know if they were
find
Eskimos
a
back
baby?
then.
There's in the first
a
film,
human
they find
baby.
I thought it was all about
Animals?
ice.
Oh yes, there's a lot of that.
It was an ice baby.
Oh.
But no, in the first film, all 3 of the
ice
baby.
Sorry.
That had to be done.
I had to.
In the first film, they encounter a little Eskimo baby who's left behind by the humans, and so they follow the humans
Maybe
to
they
get
left them behind for a reason.
Yeah, because it was
It
getting
was
really...
the devil.
No, I think they left it behind because there was a terrible storm and they couldn't find the baby or something, but the animals do. So they take the baby back to the humans.
What a load of malarkey.
Yeah. And the second one was about the mammoths about to go extinct, so they have to find a mate for the one mammoth, which is Queen Latifah.
Do they find one?
Yes, it's Queen Latifah.
Oh, I thought you meant the mammoth was Queen Latifah.
No, it's Ray Romano. And he finds Queen Latifah.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's another mammoth?
Oh.
Didn't she play the other mammoth?
Yeah, I thought you were saying she actually is a mammoth.
No. Jesus.
Like, damn, dude.
No, she's literally... she
She's
voiced...
literally not literally.
Yeah. Damn it. She voices the other fucking mammoth.
And then the third one was...
Fat fucking mammoth.
The third one was the Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
No, fucking fat mammoth.
Oh, it's a fuck... Wait.
So
Fat
that
fucking mammoth?
so that they're not... Mamai? I don't know. So they're not...
Mamai. I'm from the clan of Mamai.
So they don't go... God, now I'm second guessing every single word that I say.
Oh, God.
Extinct. So they don't go
Right.
extinct.
Right.
So
it's a Noah kind of...
So they are
Mega-
fucking
Yes,
mammoths.
they're fucking.
Yeah.
The
Fucking
mammoths are
mega
fucking.
mammoths.
fucking.
Why are they mega mammoths now?
Forget what you said.
The fat fucking mammoth.
That's what I'm calling Ice Age 2 from now on. Fat fucking mammoths.
Nice.
The third one was Dawn of the Dinosaurs, where they open up a crack in the earth and
Right.
discover like a fissure of dinosaurs that were locked in there for 65 million
Doesn't
years.
make any sense.
I know, it's
Do
stupid.
they become friends
Is it
or
like
do
the
they
Lost-
get eaten?
It was like Land of the Lost.
Journey
Yeah,
to-
that's it.
Oh.
Yeah. And the fourth one was
Lost.
Continental Drift, where the continents are breaking apart and they go out to sea and there's pirates on the sea. And
Why
That's what I was like. I thought the world was like ending like in the first movie.
it was.
For these mammoths.
It really was. The second one was called The Meltdown, when it wasn't called Fat Fucking Mammoths. But
Should've
it was
been
called The Meltdown. It's like, okay, the Ice Age is ending
That's
now.
what I was like. Okay, so then they're gonna die, right?
Right.
But they're
It-
gonna
it
die
just-
now, right?
It just keeps going. And now there's a fucking meteor coming and they're still not going to fucking die.
Yeah, it's an asteroid at this point.
Whatever.
You can't kill the mammoth.
You can't kill the mammoth. The
Don't
fat
do it.
fucking mammoth.
Don't do it. They have a family. They've been fucking. It's been working.
I don't want to know what happened to the Eskimo baby.
They ate him. They ate him. They're done.
Wow.
But no, I'm done with this series. I'm fucking done.
See, I don't like it when to see animals die. So I don't want them to die, but
No one has died. Trust me, no one in this series will ever die.
Well, no, but like as you said, like I don't want them to die, but at the same time, they don't need to make any more of these.
Right.
Yeah.
And I say that because from the first film, which had, you know, the 3 lead characters, the cast has grown and grown and grown. Now they have like 20 characters in this group walking around because they can't just say, oh, we're not going to have this character for the next film. They have to keep bringing back all of them. And now there's like 20 actors they're employing on this lead cast. And I mean, there's names like, you know, like Simon Pegg, Wanda Sykes, I can't even remember all of them, but all Jennifer Lopez.
What?
Yeah, she's the female tiger.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's so many now. It's like, how many people are you employing with this series?
Man, these actors are probably like they could probably have like 2 or 3 lines this whole entire movie because they're fighting with everybody else. They don't even have to show up really. It's just like they can make their own schedule, do the voice recording, and they're getting paid like, you know, they're making bank, and it's like, this is a comfy job. I want that job.
And that's what they're getting.
That's good for them.
And bad for the viewers.
No, just bad for viewers who don't want to see it.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be crap.
Most viewers. Okay, you're right. Never mind. I take that back.
Moving on to our next feature presentation, which is Lights Out. We talked about this one about a month ago. This is a horror film where when you turn off the lights...
No eyes?
No,
wait,
not
no
eyes.
That one.
No.
Wait, lights.
So like the shadow person
the
comes
one where
when the
like
lights are
it's
out.
the one that was like based on the short.
No,
not
that
Hands
was
on the Wall.
It's
that was
the one based
Darkness.
on the short. This is based on the YouTube short where it's
Lady
like,
standing in the hallway and she turns the light off and she sees
turns-
something.
and
She
then
Oh,
something
yeah,
comes
that
closer
dumb
and-
not
thing.
there, and then you
Yeah.
turn it off. And
Great.
then it's
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about this
Eating your
dumb
face.
movie.
Yeah. Well, they
and
they
it's a-
took
it's a
that.
fat fucking
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I'm sorry, ma'am, I.
They took that 2-minute short, which was admittedly a decent little short.
It was a good short.
Yeah, and made it into a hour and a half feature because that premise can hold an hour.
Great
and a half.
job.
Yeah.
I've noticed that the TV
Spots.
trailers.
TV spots. Yeah.
I don't want to call it a spot.
Okay, TV trailers. Go ahead.
Are leaving. They're not talking about when the girl was like she was our friend, or no, there was some girl and it's like she's the one that's doing this because she was like tied to a chair and
Wait,
had
what?
lights turned on her or something.
Right. In the trailer, they revealed
original
the whole
trailer
backstory.
that we watched.
Yeah.
Okay.
They revealed everything about the character that is doing the haunting. It's like, oh, it's always so scary when you reveal everything about the villain.
So what is it? I want to know now.
Well, she was like committed to an asylum, and then they did experiments on her, and it had something to do with the lighting, and that's why when you turn off the lights, she appears. Yeah, it's stupid.
But like now, all the new ones are like just people turning off the lights
Yeah.
and like people think her
It's-
attacking.
And that's a good point. It's almost like they said, oh, we revealed too much in the trailer. Let's not show anything about this
Or,
anymore.
oh, this is a really stupid idea.
Right.
If we don't tell them that this is what it is, they might still come
Forget,
see
like,
the
yeah.
movie.
That too.
Like, I mean, admittedly, the premise of that kind of thing is scary in that when you do turn the lights out and then, if, like, that thought of, like, something being there.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I get scared enough doing that on my own that I don't need to see a film to remind me that's the case.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I see things when I turn off the lights and then turn them back on.
Yeah.
Usually it's Belle, but,
I was just going to say, it's the fan dog.
Yeah, it is. It's usually the fan dog.
She's like, food? You have food? Or she's howling at the thunder.
Yes. Or the fire trucks.
Or the fire trucks.
That reminded me, last night I had to let one of the dogs out, the little one, and it was like 1:30 in the morning.
Oh.
And he wouldn't come back in the house, and I kept calling him, and then like around the corner, it's like shadowy. And there's like another door to like go into like the laundry room.
Okay.
And right before he came in, he like looked over that way and then walked in and was like, don't ever do that again. I'm not sleeping all night. It's like there's someone there.
Yeah.
The dogs can see things you can't see.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, hello, mister, that the owner can't see. Good to see
Well, not
you.
even that. It was like around the corner. So it could have been a physical human being there. And I wouldn't have known.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's the same because I let Fandog out at odd hours of the night all the time too, because like I have a really weird sleeping schedule sometimes. And so like 2:30 in the morning, she doesn't come back out. She's like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun.
Right.
And all of a sudden she would stop and look. And we have trees in the back.
Yeah.
And it's like, do not fuck. And you hear like sometimes like the wind or like, you know, something rustling. And you're like, you've got to fucking kidding
just
me.
get in the house right
I
now.
know, just like, I don't care if you haven't peed, just come in. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like the worst thing. It's so awful.
Or the cat version where he sits in the room and looks in the corner of the room. There's nothing fucking there, but he's staring at whatever fucking demon I can't see. Like, Norman, what's there? And he's not moving.
Emotep.
Yeah, it's Buddy Hotep. Yeah. God, yeah, terrifying.
Animals are fun at night. Or even not at night.
Yeah.
Just like during the day. Yeah, no, Belle does that too. She just stares off and I'm just like, all right, say hi to the spirits for me, Belle.
Yeah.
So lights out?
No.
No.
Fuck you, no.
No, let's leave the lights on, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's just like apparently none of us want the lights out. So
No, and none of us want to see this movie.
No.
Not really.
Again, we do this at home enough.
Right.
That we don't
Again,
need to see
and
the
I
movie.
love horror films, but I'm not in for this. I think the premise is silly, and while even though it was good for a short, doesn't mean it's going to translate good for feature length.
Again, I feel like watch the short again.
Yeah.
Because that was done. I feel like that was done pretty well.
It was for their little budget. Yeah.
If I were to see this, it would be just on Netflix in October.
Yeah, there you go. That'll work. After we've seen Boo and Madea Halloween. Oh, we're gonna be first in line.
Yeah,
You can see the hurt.
I just like I feel like a fight is about to break out right now. I can feel the tension right here.
There was like heartbrokenness
like-
in that too. Like, I trusted you.
Yeah, I know.
How could you?
Not like this. Not like this.
Moving on from that, we have Star Trek Beyond.
I forgot that this was coming out.
A lot of people forgot this was coming out, which is kind of a shame because this doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
I had still yet to see Into Darkness, which
Oh, that was good. Wait, was it good? I can't remember.
a lot of people did not like Into Darkness.
It wasn't
Well, it was-
bad.
Was this the Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yes.
That's why I liked it.
Right.
But like, didn't people just say it was essentially a rehashing of The Wrath of Khan?
Yes, it
So-
was. It
lot
was.
of it.
And they tried to hide the fact that it was a remake of Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people didn't like. They said, if you wanted to redo Wrath of Khan, that's cool, but you gotta let us in on it. They tried to
Yeah.
make it like a reveal, and everyone going in was like, oh, Cumberbatch is Khan.
Right, yeah.
He's like, no, I'm not, no, I'm not, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
2/3 of
I
the movie,
kinda
oh, I'm Khan.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I thought that, that wasn't quite cool.
All right. And
Sorry,
Go
and
ahead,
also
go ahead.
saying, because technically this is supposed to be like an alternate universe, right? Like,
Yes, it
so technically speaking, they had the freedom to do whatever they wanted.
Exactly.
And instead they rehashed The Wrath of Khan, which was kind of...
Well, of course, that's Hollywood.
Right.
That's what they're doing.
I mean, yeah, Khan would have still existed in this universe, even in
Right.
the alternate timeline.
But this was not the way to have done it.
Exactly. So now in this, the main villain is Idris Elba.
Oh, is he now?
Yes.
Oh, they're casting all of these really good-looking British men.
For the villains?
Yeah.
Well, the first
Life
one was...
is good.
The first film was Carl Urban. And no, I don't even know. I love Carl Urban, but I don't think he's British, is he?
He was the villain?
Yeah. Carl Urban was the lead villain. The,
Carl Urban's
Urban
Bones.
was Bones. He was the doctor.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like, I'm like...
Is my whole life
I know.
upside down because I
Jesus,
thought
who was the
this
villain?
someone else.
I don't know why I thought it was...
That'd be great if Bones was the villain. At the
Oh,
end of the Star Trek
yes.
movie. That'd be great. He's a sleeper agent from the Romulans. That would be awesome.
That's the Romulans were the villains. Yeah, I forget
Who
who
was
that
he?
was.
It was I wanted to say Eric Bana, but
It was
that's-
Eric.
Yes,
It
Eric
was.
Bana.
Was it?
It was.
Oh, I thought that was one of like the Generations films.
that
Oh,
was,
okay.
it was
Yeah, okay. I don't know why I thought that was Carl Urban. Yeah, I just remember he was in
Different guy.
Yeah, sorry.
Let me see. No,
Yeah, didn't see Into Darkness, but I am excited for this one. I think the premise is that they've lost the Enterprise. I don't know what happened in an attack. I don't know if these are... I don't think they're Romulans, but I also don't think they're Klingons. Like, it was inferred they might be Klingons, but they don't look like Klingons. But again, it's different canon, and in the early Star Trek series, Klingons didn't really look like Klingons at all. So, I don't know what these things are. They're something that immediately destroyed the Enterprise, and now the crew's left stranded on a planet, trying to make do with what they have, very small ships, and trying to get off.
Right.
So,
Do they all look like that girl with the white and the
yes,
black?
yeah, a lot of them look like that. So, yeah, I really want to see this, but I should probably see Into Darkness first, just to get caught up.
Yes.
Even though Into Darkness is still not apparently that good of a film.
Well, you can just watch
Give it a
for
chance.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, I'll give it a chance. I'll give it an honest chance, and I hope it's good. I just
Like, it wasn't bad. Like,
No.
it wasn't, again, people I think were more mad about the fact it was a rehashing of Wrath of Khan, but it wasn't necessarily like it was such a horrible movie. It was still an enjoyable film to go watch. You know?
Right. And that's been a lot of people's complaints about this series, is that they've made Star Trek far too, how to put it, mainstream. Like the Star Trek before was far more about the characters and it was everything was very slowly paced.
Yeah.
And you can still have action scenes, that's okay, but it was far more like tactical.
It was about intrigue rather than
exactly.
action.
And this is far more summer blow 'em up and
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster. And unfortunately, that's just they have to market it to a wider audience because they weren't making enough money before. And if they did it the same way, the movies wouldn't make nearly enough for the studio to keep making more.
Yeah.
So I feel for the fans. It would be like, turning Star Wars into that, kind of more blow 'em up, which you could argue they kind of have done with Episode 7, but not to an extent that they've done with Star Wars.
Hell, they did it
Trek,
before that.
right?
Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek.
Episode 3 was pretty action blockbuster.
It was, but again, I don't factor in any of the prequels because they're all shit.
Yeah.
You can't disown them. They're part of our history.
No, I can.
I'm not saying it's a good part.
That was actually, I actually shared that with Superhuman Aficionado the other day. The text from superheroes, that the little images of superheroes texting each other.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. There was one where it was Captain America messaging Wolverine, and he says, "Hey, have you seen any of the Star Wars films?" He said, "No, my memory's a little sketchy. I can't remember them." And he said, "Well, everyone here says I should watch these Star Wars films. Everyone says they're great. Do you want to sit down and watch them with me?" And Wolverine's like, "Yeah, sure, I'd love to watch them with you." He says, "All right, well, I got Episode 1 here. Everyone says that the first film is the best, so let's go see that." And Wolverine says, "Great. Cyclops said it was good too. If he says it's bad, I get to punch him in the nuts."
Right. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
So,
he's going to be disappointed.
Yes.
Talking about hating sand because it's coarse. Gets everywhere.
Please don't. Please.
And it gets
don't.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Please stop.
This is where the fish lives. It's on that level.
This is where the sand lives.
Yeah. Tatooine.
But for this, though, I do have to say that Anton Yelchin.
Oh, yeah.
Is this going to be one of his last?
I think it is.
Probably.
I think this is his last film.
Yeah, I mean, that was such a tragedy.
It was. That's a shame.
He's great in that role, Chekhov,
Yes.
and it really does make me sad.
And it's a shame they just announced that they're going to do a Star Trek TV series with these actors. So
Oh, really?
They would have gotten him in as well. Yeah, so.
That's cool.
And I really like him, so it's
a shame.
2016 has not been a good year.
It has not. It has not been a good year. But moving on from that into lighter topics like bad moms. And I was expecting that reaction. You're like praising the heavens.
Yeah, she just She just testified.
No. She went Dark Soul. She praised the sun.
Nice.
Jesus. But yeah, this comes out next week. Jesus.
No, you said Jesus.
Jesus.
That's who I was praising, so that's
All
okay.
laid on breeze.
To Lord Craft we pray. Yeah. But no, this comes out next week, and we haven't seen too many more previews for this one.
I've seen a couple more on TV.
You have?
It still looks good. It still looks really good.
I'll have to try.
I want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh,
yeah, we should go together.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch one of the
wanna
newer
see it.
trailers because I haven't seen much more for it. But yeah, I'm still interested in it. I might see it.
Yeah, we should all go together and see this.
Okay.
No, I'm just super excited.
You should be.
I couldn't tell.
Nice. You're what?
Yeah.
Moving on from that.
Well.
Yeah.
I mean, something else to really touch on that one. I mean, I think we all are kind of interested in that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Moving on from that, we have Jason Bourne.
One Punch
Or
Bourne.
One Punch Bourne. Like I mentioned before, I still have not seen a couple of the films in this series. I only saw the first two, but I didn't see Ultimatum and Legacy. I did not see
I don't
them.
think you need to see Legacy.
Yeah, you probably don't have to see Legacy.
Legacy's what, Renner?
Yeah.
Yes.
You should see it though.
Yeah, like it was pretty good.
And I like Renner in it.
Yeah,
he's
too.
Really good in it.
I think you definitely need to see 3.
Yes.
I feel like 2 is kind of like.
I wasn't a fan of 2.
Yeah, like you don't really 2.
It wasn't bad, but coming off of the first one, it wasn't
Yeah, and also 2 made me sick. So.
Yeah.
Like really sick. So that's why I'm like, whatever, screw 2. But yeah, no, you should probably see the other ones though.
Yeah.
Before you see this one.
Okay.
But this one looks good, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah. For you guys who are bigger Bourne fans than I, what do you think about this one? Do you want to see it?
Yes.
On a Tuesday night.
It has to be on a Tuesday.
What's the release date for this? I forget.
Next Friday.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But on a Tuesday is pretty much my highest honor anyway, so.
Right.
I mean.
Although, like The Revenant, I saw that not on a Tuesday.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
But I did that.
I had to see Deadpool not on a Tuesday.
Right.
I saw Deadpool not on a Tuesday.
I think I did. I don't remember, actually.
Did
we
go with?
That's what I don't remember.
I saw it separately from you guys.
Well, no, the first time we went, we were turned away because it was sold out.
You did go with them because you guys asked, and then we were at Border Cafe, and then you went, and I think that was the time.
Yes.
I think that sounds good.
Yeah.
So that was the sounds good time.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I don't know if we should share that story with the podcasters or not. It's a little involved.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
No, I think it is worth it.
There was a miscommunication.
People say sounds good when they mean no, and that's all there is to it.
Reading comprehension, some people get it, other people just don't, and
It's not the comprehension.
I don't think it's the comprehension because, like, I feel like everyone comprehended it the same way.
Compilation, not the comprehension.
Yeah.
Listen, composition is just as hard. Okay.
Jesus. I should have saved that text.
That was.
It was a good time. We're all laughing about it. Isn't it just great?
Anyway, moving on to our final feature presentation, which is Nerve.
What?
Oh. It's the game one. It's just where
it's the truth or dare without the truth, and it's an app where the kids take
dares.
And, they have to go to the
that
extreme.
Dumb thing.
Yeah, that dumb thing. Yeah. Not a whole lot of advertising for this one as well.
No.
Again, still another week and a half for this one.
They should have made an actual app for it.
That would be cool.
That would have been. It's Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
Good God, you're right.
You've already got people walking out in the middle of traffic.
Yeah,
$200.
It's Pokemon Go.
Go stab this hobo and you'll get a Vaporeon.
I have it.
Wait, do you get money or do you get a?
You get a Pokemon.
You get a Pokemon.
This one.
Only a Pokemon.
You don't get money. Or you can get like those Poke coins. Like,
Yeah.
I think.
That's
you get
actually what it would
Pokecoins.
be. Yeah.
It's the new Bitcoin. It's the
Yeah.
Pokecoins.
Ooh, Bitcoins.
I want Poke now.
Almost done. What do you guys think about Nerve?
I think he meant that you used pokey as a verb.
Oh no, I meant it as it wasn't about the Pokemon. I want to pokey like the food, like
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not
I
that
want poke now.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not
That's what he heard.
yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought you meant like you had to get back to the app.
No, I'm not that obsessed. I'm not Confucius.
Oh, okay. Right. You realize he's at home right now just doing that. He
went to campus to study.
Study.
The Pokemon.
The Pokemon.
All the
Pokemon.
Pokestops on campus.
Pokemans.
Are there a lot of stops on campus?
Oh my gosh, so many. And so many lures are set up all over campus too by people. And that's where we saw Venusaur, but
nice.
and lost it because our apps crashed. But.
Because that's a thing.
Hard times.
Anyway,
so
Nerve.
We don't care.
Well, I do care because I do like the actors.
Don't speak for all of us.
I was using the royal we. I apologize.
I forget the young actress who was in Scream Queens as well as American Horror Story. What's her name?
Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts, yeah. I like her. I think she's a fine young actress. And
She's a fine young actress.
I said it like I'm a fucking 80-year-old man. She is a fine young actress. Yes.
You sounded like fucking I'm blanking on the name. Oh, I'm fucking all this up.
Mammoth?
What's the
fucking fat mammy?
What's the guy's name that adopts Annie?
Daddy Warbucks?
Yeah. He would say fine. You're a fine young lady. Like that's what he would have said. Whew, that was painful.
So I do a good Daddy Warbucks as well as the butterfly from Bugs Life.
Yep.
The caterpillar.
You got those two.
What? I haven't heard that one.
I forget who
I was trying to do Augustus Gloop.
Oh, yeah.
And it came out.
But apparently whenever I try to do Augustus Gloop.
I forgot about that.
Let me in, I'm starving.
Yeah, you're definitely that fucking caterpillar. That gets his little butterfly wings at the end.
I'm a pretty butterfly.
Yep. Very
It's not a
good.
Bugs Life tool.
Very good. You're doing God's work.
And we keep losing track of this. Nerve. Do you guys want to see this?
I don't want to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to see it.
Me too.
Because I kind of want to know, because they kind of showed the climax in the trailer.
They do. They
but
kind of spoiled it.
It did. And at the same time, I kind of want to know what happened.
This is the case where the trailer definitely did show a little too much.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see that.
The concept is more interesting than the actual movie for me.
Okay.
Yep. But I would watch it. I would watch it on Netflix, Redbox,
Yeah, I would
something.
watch
But
it
I
Netflix.
probably would not go to theaters for this.
Uh-uh.
All right, that's it for the podcast. I want to thank the Goddess of Gore for coming by.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure.
Okay.
Secrets.
Are you not sure?
I need all the secrets.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have any secrets to give. I'm sorry.
Oh, everyone's got secrets.
I'm going to
Projectionist.
collect secrets in my secret balls.
Secret ball? Secret balls. We'll make that game.
That's my app.
Secret
You should develop
Secrets
it.
go.
You should develop it.
Secrets
Where you stalk on people and find their secrets.
Yeah.
You have to throw Pokeballs at their
Or secret,
awfulness.
No, secret balls, not Pokeballs.
Oh, sorry. So sorry.
You're blocked forever from playing my app.
No!
I want to thank the fangirl for coming by.
Yep. I was here.
She's a fine young lady.
She's a fun young lady.
Why,
yes.
thank you.
Condescension.
I want to thank the Dystopian for coming by.
No, it wasn't.
What?
What?
Condensation.
That's
not what he said.
Yeah.
Nice try.
I want to thank the Dystopian for coming by.
Good to be here. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
And thank you again for all the delicious food.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I'll be finishing the beans momentarily.
That
Yeah.
sounded
Well,
like
How?
a
Wait,
euphemism.
no!
Time to hit yourself to try.
I'll be finishing the beans
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
There is no connotation to that. It's just beans.
No, we don't want to know about it. We just.
Oh. I
I don't get how you're supposed to infer that any other way. Really.
No, nobody really inferred the meaning necessarily, but the way that you said it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just not something you hear often.
Yeah.
After this, I'll be finishing up the beans. Like, all right then.
With a nice Chianti.
You know what? You know what I think your problem is? Why you're saying fine young lady and I'll be finishing the beans. Maybe not the beans part, but because you've been watching so much Penny Dreadful.
Oh yes, watching way too much fucking Penny
Oh, right,
Dreadful.
because that's on Netflix.
Yeah. I've been listening to Timothy Dalton
fine
too
young
much.
lady.
You know what? If I start talking like Timothy Dalton, I'm perfectly okay with that.
We're not.
Yeah, we'll make fun of you.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Timothy Dalton?
No, there's nothing wrong with
but there's
Timothy
something
Dalton.
wrong with talking like
Yeah.
Victorian era
Yeah.
English.
You'd sound
British.
like a shittier version than Hugh Grant. That's not okay.
Oh, posh.
No.
No.
See?
Please, no.
No.
It's worse when you do it on purpose. Sorry.
I once again am the Projectionist. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Have a very good night, and we hope to see you for the anniversary in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Please remember to submit
Yes,
questions.
submit all your questions on all the different formats. Podomatic, Facebook, and YouTube.
You can even send it to us through,
Through what?
And where are we sending it?
I don't know, to the North Pole.
Yeah. We'll pick them up.
Yep.
Promise.
Santa Warbucks.
Yeah.
Santa
I was
Warbucks.
just going to say that you can send it as Morse code, but
That's
we would
okay.
not be able to decode it.
No.
Because we're not code breakers or spies.
Or spies.
Secrets.
Send your secrets.
Or that.
Give me all your secrets.
Yeah. She needs to catch them in her secret balls.
Until then, have a very good day, and take care.
Bye-bye.